And a happy Friday night, everyone. High school basketball here on Service Electric Cable TV. Paul Garrity with you from Kingston for the second straight night. And our first look at the Wyoming Seminary boys this season here on Service Electric Cable. The Blue Knights dressed in white. The opponent tonight, the 0-5 Wyoming Valley West Spartans. Someone will get their first win tonight as both squads come in with a record of 0-5 in the early part of this season. Take a look at the starting five for head coach Dan Messinger and the Wyoming Seminary Blue Knights. And that's Brian Leahy drilling a triple to get the Knights started. Leahy joined in the starting five by Lucas Latorre, Theo Kraus, Antok Ivan, and Matt Mascarinas. Valley West dressed in red with the basketball. Here's a long triple try from Jaden Estrada off the mark. Putback attempt by Navion Terry. Comes up empty. Starting five for Chris Parker's Spartans of Wyoming Valley West. Jacob Stevens and Cameron Shovlin in the backcourt with Jaden Estrada, Navion Terry, and Cole Wallace in the middle. And a travel whistled. Officiating crew for tonight's game, Steve Jemski, Steve Harnischberger, and Bo Krafcheniuk. 3-0 Blue Knights, just over a minute in. Stevens left alone, comes off a screen and buries it. And both teams knock down an early triple. We're tied at 3. Be all man-to-man tonight from Wyoming Valley West, I would expect. Might see a little bit of zone from Seminary at times. This is Antok Ivan, expected to be Seminary's top scorer this year. It's off to a little bit of a slow start over the first 5. Ivan guarded by Shovlin on the perimeter, and he'll stay with the Blue Knights. Ivan, tough pull-up, and the rebound down to Shovlin. Shovlin's the leading scorer for Wyoming Valley West in the early going. Estrada misfires on the triple. And an early timeout called by Wyoming Seminary. 5:36 to play, opening quarter. We're tied at 3. This is high school basketball on Service Electric TV. Well, this is the second of 3 straight nights here at Wyoming Seminary. We saw the Blue Knight girls last night get a convincing win over Mid-Valley. A 41-5 run was the highlight of that, and 31 points from their outstanding sophomore Ella Stambaugh last night. Tomorrow we'll be right back here for a doubleheader. Girls play at 2:15 against Blue Ridge, and the Seminary boys will play the second of a back-to-back. They'll take on Nanticoke. Both of those games can be seen right here on Channel 9 and Channel 509. And a 10-second call out of the timeout. We'll give it back to the Spartans. Estrada launches again. The Spartans, both teams really off from the field so far. Here's Leahy, who knocked down a three on the Seminary's first possession. Latore cut off by Estrada. Nice feed from Mascarenhas for Leahy. Might have lost that on the way up. Didn't have to take that difficult of a shot, but I think he had trouble getting the handle on the basketball. Stevens, a little behind the back pass in tight space. Against this Seminary zone, Estrada again comes up empty. Second try is not there. That might be the challenge for Seminary tonight, is keeping Valley West off the offensive glass. First foul of the game called against Lucas Latore. 4:09 to play, opening quarter. Estrada's going to try until he knocks one down. Wallace fouled on the way back up. Valley West has played an extremely difficult schedule to start the season. They're coming off a close loss to Elk Lake in their last game. Prior to that, they had gotten beat by double figures in their first four to some really good teams, Riverside and Valley View to start the year, Abington Heights and Delaware Valley. It doesn't get much tougher than that as far as an early season schedule. Second free throw for Cole Wallace gives the Spartans their first lead at 4-3. Latore almost traveled, and it's knocked out of bounds by Valley West. Seminary obviously wants to slow down this game. Don't want to get into a up-tempo battle with Valley West. Valley West has a deeper bench of this matchup. Somehow it doesn't go down for Leahy. Still 4-3 Valley West. High arcer from Shovelin comes up short. And Latore, good strong rebound. And he's knocked to the deck by Wallace. First foul of the game against Valley West. 3:09 to play in the first. Latore. Way off. Spartans push the pace. Estrada going to the rim this time. Outside shot not falling. Take the ball to the basket. Get yourself an easy deuce, and it's 6-3. Dangerous pass there, and it's a Blue Knight turnover. Shoveling the pull-up. Yes. 8-0 run by Valley West over the last 6 minutes, and it's 8-3. Errant pass there from Latore. Game getting away from the Knights a little bit in the last couple minutes. Here's Estrada. Sometimes the best offense is just get one up at the rim and let your athletes go chase it. And the possession arrow will favor Wyoming Valley West. Finn Ruderman has checked into the game for the first time for the Knights. Seminary kind of lucky to not be down by more here. Spartans have missed some easy shots. Avon, and another turnover. Estrada with Mascarenas back, and a carry. Whistled in the open floor. Max Crammy is into the game for the first time for the Blue Knights. Number 34. Avon from 14 feet. Good job there by Terry not to miss time his jump. Stevens rejected by Crammy. Down to 1 minute to play in a fast-moving first quarter. Only 2 free throw attempts in the game so far. Crammy over the outstretched arms of Terry. Spartans again look to run, shovel in the double clutch, and draws the foul. Cameron Shovlin, 12 points a game in the early going for Valley West. Tops on the squad. Spartans have not shot free throws all that well this season in the early going. Scored 9 straight points. It's 9-3. .40 seconds to play in the first. Knights break the pressure. Mascarenhas gets in close. First basket of the game for the Blue Knights in about 7 minutes since that Leahy 3 to open the game. And it's 9-5 Spartans. Here's mid-range J from Jacob Stevens, their second leading scorer. Makes it 11-5. Ruderman probably should have taken that. Oh, Mascarenas got a clean look. And that'll do it. 8 minutes in the books. It's Wyoming Valley West 11 and Wyoming Seminary 5. Back here in Kingston, Paul Garrity back with you. 11-5 Spartans after 1. Both teams looking for their first victory of the year in their 6th game. Valley West has played the much more difficult schedule to start the year. Wyoming Seminary has been much more competitive in their games through the first 5. Expected a pretty competitive game here tonight. Seminary's lost 3 very close games by 5 points or fewer. 5-point loss to Elk Lake prior to the the last game, a 21-point loss to Blue Ridge. That was a disappointing effort, I think, for Dan Messinger's team. I think Blue Ridge is a team that Wyoming Seminary should be able to be very competitive with, but did not play well, especially offensively. Lost that one by 21. And there's a 5-second call. As Yvonne, a little stagnant there offensively. Caden Dittis is into the Wyoming Valley West lineup, along with number 24, Devontae Rivers with the basketball. Caden Saab, number 42, is also into the lineup. Cross-court feed, open look. Off the mark from Dittis. Valley West is on an extended 11-2 run in this game. Turnover problems for Seminary throughout. Dittis to the rack. Offensive foul called. And a good job there by Leahy to step in and take that. With a hard charging Dittis. .648 to play, first half. Yvonne passes out of a double team. Ruderman off one dribble, yes. Need some bench scoring from Finn Ruderman this season. 11-7 Spartans. Dittis launches. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Leahy. Yvonne off the pump fake, over Saab and draws the foul. Antec got him up in the air, and then Saab went for the block on the second effort. First free throw attempts of the game by the Blue Knights. Yvonne's been pretty good from the line so far this season. Rolls that one in to make it 11-8. Just under 6 to play, second quarter. Ruderman pokes that away. Saab pinballs off his own man and throws it away. Yvonne attacking against Saab and scores. Good strong take in the open floor by Antec Yvonne, and the Blue Knights within one. It's 11-10. Rivers, tough floater going from right to left and missed the rim. Seminary with a chance to take their first lead since it was 3-0. Crammy couldn't handle that pass, kind of a short hop in there. Ill-advised there from Saab. Saab splitting the double team and draws the foul. First against Ruderman. Jason Collins checks in for Valley West. So a big lineup out there now with Saab and Collins both on the floor. And Seminary's already had trouble cleaning up the defensive glass, and here's a foul called here. Just the second of the quarter. The second against Ruderman. And a travel. Saab dribbled himself into trouble. Crammy left alone. Way too strong, but Ruderman sneaks in for the offensive board. Here's LaTorre, high arcer. Now the Blue Knights. It's their turn to crash the glass a little bit, and they'll get a third crack at it. Foul called against Dittus. Shovlin returns for Chris Parker and the Spartans, along with Terry and Stevens. And a timeout called by Wyoming Seminary. 3:59 to play, second quarter. Close and low scoring as expected here in Kingston. It's 11-10 Spartans. Well, not a lot of offense so far in this one. 11-10 Valley West leads. Just past the midway point of quarter number 2. See what the Blue Knights dialed up here out of this timeout. Second timeout used by Dan Messinger in this first half. Leahy trying to find Ruderman. Finn zigged and Leahy thought he was going to zag, and it's another Seminary turnover. Dittus, deep knee bend and drills it. Just the second three-point shot made by the Spartans in the early going. First points by the Valley West bench. Here's the fourth foul of the period against the Spartans. Comes with 3:20 to play in the half. Not a good pass there from Ruderman, and another turnover. Stevens, yes. Back-to-back triples for Valley West to break open a scoring drought for both teams. And they lead 17-10. And a foul called here. That'll send Brian Leahy to the free throw line. Puts Spartans in the penalty. Southpaw Leahy hasn't been to the line much this season. That's just his 5th attempt. He's 4 for 5 on the young season. Good hustle there by Kraus, but he was just on the baseline. Both teams 2 for 4 from the stripe. Good extra pass. Here's Stevens finding the range. Jacob Stevens has matched the number of points Seminary has on the board. He has 11. And it's a 9-point Spartan lead. And a silly foul here committed 30 feet from the basket by Shovlin. We'll send Max Crammy to the line. Chris Parker not happy with his team's effort on the defensive glass. Shovlin able to grab that. 20-11 Spartans. 2:09 to play first half. Stevens, or Shovlin I should say, maybe a little too deep. And a foul on the rebound whistled against Crammy. Team foul number 3 of the period. Pass off target. We'll go back to Wyoming Seminary. Blue Knights have been able to break this pressure for the most part, but they have not been able to get any points off it. They haven't really made the Spartans pay for any of this pressure. And Yvonne is fouled on the, I believe, a 3-point shot. Seminary is going to depend a lot on this guy for offense this season. 13 points a game over the first 5. Capable scorer. Who that second option is going to be is a question mark at this point, I think. Gets all 3 at the line. Trims the margin to 6. It's 20-14. 1:27 first half clock. Good ball rotation. We'll stay with the Spartans on the kickball. Estrada checks back in, and Chris Parker wants to take a timeout. 1:13 to play first half. His Spartans have a 6-point lead. $11 points for Jacob Stevens in this game for Valley West. Not much happening offensively other than that. A 20-14 lead. 1:13 to play before halftime. Valley West with the lead in the ball. Navion Terry plays through the contact and scores. Now all 5 Valley West players have reached the scoring column. They lead 22-14. Haven't put that basket up on the board. I don't think my eyes are deceiving me. I'm pretty sure that ball went in the basket. Here's Yvonne. Tough spin move through the lane. Smooth from the big guy, Antek Yvonne. And despite what the scoreboard says, it is 22-16. Here's Stevens again. And Dan Messinger might want to make an adjustment. That's 4 now knocked down from behind the arc for Stevens. 25-16, 10 seconds in the second. Leahy tried to get one up at the rim. Halftime here at Wyoming Seminary. It's Wyoming Valley West 25 and the Blue Knights 16. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second half. This is high school basketball on Service Electric TV. Second half about to get underway here in Kingston with Wyoming Valley West holding a 9-point lead, 25-16 over Wyoming Seminary, behind 14 first half points from Jacob Stevens, who came into the game second leading scorer on this Valley West squad. Number 2 in red knocked down 4 3-point shots in the first half, as the Valley West defense really stifled the Sem offense. And there's the second 3-point bomb from Caden Dittis. And it's the biggest lead of the game for either team, 28-16, Spartans. Wyoming Seminary in the first half was led by Antek Yvonne, knocked down 4 of 5 free throws, 8 points. Half of the team's 16. This is Yvonne here with the basketball, number 24. Guarded by Shovlin in this Valley West man-to-man. Pretty good defense there by Shovlin, but Yvonne able to hit the fadeaway from about 10 feet. 28-18 Valley West. Terry got Leahy in the air, but that quick second jump. And the senior gets the block. Yvonne, catch and shoot. Spartans continue to try to quicken the tempo of this game. Terry Tried to make his move before he had the ball. Here's Dittus off one dribble. Yes. Wow, Caden Dittus. Between Dittus and Stevens, they've knocked down 7 from downtown. 31-18. And a foul called in the backcourt. Chris Parker doesn't like the fact that that foul was called from all the way across the court. Sometimes it's not how close you are, it's how good of an angle you have on it. And here's a tie-up scrum. And the possession arrow will stay with Seminary. Ruderman. Dittus gets the steal. Thought Yvonne was going to take a 3 there, and off-target pass. And Seminary just has to clean up the turnovers if they want to have a shot to get back in this game. .5:30 to play, third quarter. Wow, another one from Stevens. Somebody's got to get out there and get a hand in his face, and I think Dan Messinger agrees. Not happy with the defense on that trip. Hard to blame him. 5:20 to play in the third. Valley West is expanding their lead. They now lead it 34-18. Well, again, a reminder, we'll be right back here tomorrow for a doubleheader. Girls basketball action starting at 2:15 as Wyoming Seminary takes on Blue Ridge down out of the Lackawanna Conference. Blue Ridge Rural School from way up north. They've played Seminary in years past in both girls and boys basketball. And the nightcap tomorrow night, these Sem boys will be back in action for a 6 o'clock tip against Nanticoke. Both of those games can be seen live right here on Channel 9 and Channel 509 in high def. 34-18, Valley West leads as they are in good shape right now to pick up their first victory of the year. Middle stages, period number 3. Another Sem giveaway. Rivers rifles one ahead for Stevens. Rivers steps into a triple try. Not there, and a good rebound climbing the ladder is Leahy. Mascarenhas lost the handle. Spartans flying to the rim, count it for Dittus and one. Caden Dittus having himself a big third quarter. He's got 8 already in the first 3.5 minutes. Opportunity for one more here as Dittus can't convert the three-point play. Latorre. Oh, and Saab got a lot of basketball that time, but got him with the body. It'll be 2 free throws. 1 for 2 for Lucas Latore. 4:15 to play, third quarter. Spartans with the ball and a 15-point lead. A kick ball here. Timeout called by Valley West. Still 4:11 to play in the third. It's a 15-point Spartan lead. Both of these teams looking for their first wins of the year coming into tonight. Wyoming Seminary has dropped some close games in their first 5. Valley West has been beaten by double digits in 4 of their 5, but against extremely good basketball teams. 36-19. Spartans lead it. Midway point of the third. Estrado with a foot on the line. Comes up empty, and Ivan goes upstairs for the rebound. And a foul 90 feet from the basket. Latore in a straitjacket and a timeout to avoid the turnover. 30-second timeout with 3:46 to play in the third. Back underway here, third quarter action from Kingston. Latore, lots of dribbling. Ivan passes out of the double team. Crammy couldn't get it. But good recovery that time. Good hustle down court by Latore. Here's Ivan off the feed from Leahy. Gets the easy one in transition. 36-21, Spartans. Stevens. Wow, he's got 6 from downtown. 20 in the game for Jacob Stevens. And another foul given in the backcourt. But that just can't happen if you're the Blue Knight defense. Got a guy that's shooting the lights out from three-point range, and you just let him basically catch and shoot without much resistance. It's happened too many times for Dan Messinger's liking. Here's Ivan. Leahy. Might have got a call there. Team foul number 5 against Valley West. We'll send Brian Leahy to the free throw line. Seminary now 7 for 10 from the stripe. Or check that, 7 for 12. (39-22). Saab elevates and way too strong. Latore ahead of the pack. Got it. First field goal for Lucas Latore. 4 quick points for the Knights. They're within 15. 2 minutes to play in the third. Stevens attacking the rim this time and swirls it home. 22 for Stevens, a season high. Knights that look to attack the pressure. Latore a little out of control. Saab, rhythm 3 ball, way too strong. Don't think Chris Parker liked that shot selection. .115 to go in the quarter. And Latore grabbed. Foul called before the shot, but it'll be free throws anyway. In and out. Still 41-24. It's been a slow night for Shovlin for the most part. Valley West hasn't needed his offense tonight. Under a minute to go in the third. Latore over the big guy as Ethan Benson has checked in for Valley West, number 44, Dittis. Strong to the 10, Benson the putback. Welcome to the game, young man. Ethan Benson gets on the scoreboard. And it's back up to a 19-point game. Leahy knifing down the lane. Can't finish, but draws the foul. Gets the friendly roll there. Nice soft touch. Leahy now 4 for 6 from the line. 43-26. 20 seconds on a running third quarter clock. And a backcourt violation here. Good swarming defense up top by Leahy and Avant. Knights will have 12 seconds. Try to do something before the quarter. Avon off a Kraus screen, misfires. A good third quarter from Wyoming Valley West. They extend the 9-point halftime cushion to now 17. It's 43-36 Spartans. Heading to the fourth, you're watching high school basketball on Service Electric TV. Paul Garrity back with you here in Kingston. 43-26. Valley West in firm command, looking to improve to 1-5 on this young season. Doubleheader starting at 2:15 here tomorrow for us. Girls game first at 2:15 here at Seminary. And then the Blue Knight boys back at it tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. 22 points for Jacob Stevens tonight, number 2 in red, not on the floor to start the fourth quarter. Caden Dittis is out there. He has 11. Number 11 in red. Here's Estrada. Rebound pinballed around and controlled by Kraus. Antek Avon has 12 to lead Sem. This is Avon with the ball. Now Kraus tearing through the lane and draws the foul. Theo Kraus has been the second leading scorer for the Knights in the early going this year, but he has not scored yet tonight. Dan Messinger looking for that second offensive option after Yvonne. Has not been there tonight. Here's a foul against Leahy. .7:12 to play. Dittis got going a little too fast there. And he'll stay with the Spartans. Stevens back on the floor with his 22 points, replacing Estrada. Shovlin hangs and gets rejected by Yvonne. Gets tangled up with Benson. And foul called against the Spartan big guy. Rivers returns to the Spartan lineup. Benson to the bench. Neither team has scored here in the fourth. It's still 43-26. Cross-court look, Yvonne, one of his few open shots tonight, and he makes the most of it. First three-point shot of the game for Yvonne, second by the Knights. It's 43-29. Blue Knights amping up the defensive intensity a bit here in the last couple minutes, as we're under 6 minutes to play. Wallace threads one in for Stevens, bothered by Yvonne. Antek in the open floor. Nice spin, but couldn't get the roll. And a foul given in the backcourt by Latorre. Third foul of the quarter against the Knights. Shovlin had to get it up high, get it over Yvonne. And again, good defense by Antek down low. Latorre, way too much mustard on that pass, and it's Spartan basketball. Stevens off a curl. Ruderman racing the other way. Lead is 14. A couple three balls could make this interesting, but has not been a lot of firepower, and missed what the call was there. I don't know if it was a carry, some kind of violation against Sem. Timeout, Valley West. 4:26 to play. Wyoming Valley West continues to lead by 14 on Service Electric TV. Mentioned the doubleheader a number of times here tomorrow, starting at 2:15. We'll have lots of high school basketball next week as well. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Live coverage of Wyoming Valley Conference high school basketball right here on Service Electric Cable, Channel 9 and Channel 509. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday are 7:15 starts. Friday is an early game here from Seminary, a girls game against Nanticoke at 6. Again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday next week, our live coverage. Terry off the miss, puts it back, and the foul. That's the first points of the second half for Valley West by anyone other than Stevens and Dittus. Took nearly 12 minutes. Three-point play makes it 46-29. Valley West. Avon creating. Ruderman, tough floater, got it. Good execution there in the half court. Second field goal of the game for Finn Ruderman. 3:32 to play. Fourth quarter. Estrada to the rack. Tough rebound by Terry. Rivers way off. Dittis, he's been hot. Wow, another. 10 three-point shots combined between Stevens and Dittis tonight. 49-31. Kraus tees up a triple and hits. First points of the game for Theo Kraus. 49-34. Dittis gets free, misses the reverse. 2:37 to play. Offensive foul against Leahy. Good call. Steve Jemski right on top of it. Collins back in for Valley West. Rivers creating in the paint. First points of the game for Devontae Rivers. 51-34. Nothing is easy for Avon. Leahy matched up against Collins. Good defense there by the big guy. Ruderman tosses one up. Dittis beats everyone down the floor, and a good outlet from Estrada. And a season high for Caden Dittis. 16 points off the Spartan bench. Collision in the lane will send Latore to the free throw line. Seminary 10 for 18 from the free throw line. Benson back in there for Chris Parker. Kenneth Craig is also checked in for the first time. Alex Cernay also into the game for Valley West. Luka Radnovic has checked in for Sem, number 30. Evan Davis also in the game for the first time for the final minute 20. Talk about a friendly bounce. 53-36. First win of the year for Chris Parker's Spartans. And Latore fouled. Latore made his last 4 free throws. 15-point game. Craig muscling into the paint. Long ball, not up and in. Just off the bench. Alex Cerne. Valley West has made 11 3-point shots tonight. That's the first one from anyone other than Stevens and Dittus. 56-38. And Latore bumped and fouled by Craig. All 8 of Latore's points have come since halftime. Spartans led by 9 at the break and then extended it. Really put the game away after 3 quarters. 16-point lead. 35 seconds left. Craig doesn't get it. And a foul on the second effort. Just 8 free throw attempts now for Valley West after this from Craig. They've made half of them. 57-40. Leahy over Collins. That might do it. Looks like the Spartans will dribble it out. Wyoming Valley West gets their first victory of 2024. Seminary will continue to search for their first. 57-40, the final. Hope you enjoyed the game. We'll be back here tomorrow for a doubleheader. The girls of Seminary take the court at 2:15 against Blue Ridge, and the Blue Knight boys will try it again tomorrow night at 6 as they take on the 4-1 Nanticoke Trojans. For our cameraman, Scott Cannon, I'm Paul Garrity. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, everybody. This has been high school basketball on Service Electric TV.